Hello everyone, this is CA Dhanlakshmi Nair. I'll be taking cost and management accounting topic, marginal costing. So without wasting much time, let's get started with it. So this is how the cost statement is made in marginal costing. We say sales less variable cost. Variable cost, you take all the variable cost here, manufacturing variable cost, admin variable cost, selling variable cost, all the variable expenses are considered here. Then you get sales less variable, you get contribution, less fixed cost, you get profit. Now, what is marginal costing? Marginal costing is the variable cost content in any particular cost. Then what is contribution? Contribution is sales less variable cost, and fixed cost is the entire cost which is incurred throughout the year in the organization. All part of all fixed cost, like manufacturing fixed cost, you can say selling fixed cost, you can say admin fixed cost. So all the fixed cost together is put in this fixed cost. And of course, you get profit afterwards. So marginal costing is normally used in decision making. Here, if you could see, the variable cost is given much importance and fixed cost is going to be incurred. So that is used. And there are few terms which you should know, which are like break-even point, which are like break-even point. Break-even point means the no profit, no loss point. Means by selling these number of units, the company is neither going to make any loss nor the company is going to make any profit. That's break-even point. So break-even point can be expressed in terms of rupees also. It can be expressed in terms of units also. That is break-even point. Then rather than considering the profit ratio, here they consider profit as a ratio of contribution to sales. So here we call it profit volume ratio. We call it profit volume ratio, popularly called as PV ratio. So PV ratio is contribution upon sales into 100. PV ratio, there is an alternate formula for that. If they are giving you two different periods information in the sum, you can use this formula. The formula is difference in profit upon difference in revenue into 100. Then break-even point formula is fixed cost upon PV ratio. If you apply this formula, fixed cost upon PV ratio, you will get break-even point in terms of value, sales value, in terms of rupees, in terms of amount. Then break-even point in terms of units, it is fixed cost upon contribution per unit. And margin of safety, it will be like actual sales like less break-even sales. Profits is equal to margin of safety into PVR. Now, what is margin of safety? Margin, see, up till break-even sales, you are making sales to cover your cost. Break-even sales is equal to total cost. At break-even sales, the sales is sufficient enough to cover your variable cost and to cover your fixed cost. So if you want to make profit, you have to sell over break-even. If you want to make profit, you have to sell over break-even. So that is margin of safety, actual sales less break-even sales. And over the break-even sales, whatever sales you make, that is margin of safety, on that sales only you make profit. And there you need not cover the fixed cost. Here, all you have to cover only your variable cost. Therefore, the formula goes like margin of safety into PVR. So these are the formulas. Try to understand the logic behind the formulas, and then it will be easy for you to learn it also. And then it will be easy for us to solve the sums also. Major part, like initially we will be doing the simple sums, and then we will move on to the sums where decision making can be used. So first illustration I'm taking. This illustration I have taken from your uh, module. Just go through it. MNP Limited sold 2,75,000 units of its product at rupees 35 per unit. So selling price is 37.5 rupees per unit and variable cost is 17.5 per unit. Manufacturing cost is 14 rupees and selling cost is 35 per unit in this. Then fixed cost is incurred uniformly throughout the year. Fixed cost is incurred uniformly throughout the year. So variable cost is 17.5. In that, manufacturing is 14 and variable is 3.5. Fixed cost is incurred uniformly throughout the year, 35 lakh. Out of that, 15 lakh is depreciation. That means your cash fixed cost is only 20 lakhs. There is no inventory at the beginning or at the end. There is no opening stocks or closing stocks. You are required to calculate break-even level in quantity means in units, and also you have to calculate cash break-even. So cash break-even means you have to consider only cash fixed cost. You should not consider non-cash expenditure like depreciation there. Estimated Estimate PV ratio. Estimate the number of units that must be sold to earn a profit of 2,50,000, and also estimate the sales if profit after tax is 2,50,000 and your tax rate can be assumed as 14%. So just go through this sum properly. Just analyze it properly. First, what is the put it in a systematic manner? What is the selling price? What is the variable cost? What is the fixed cost? And then get started with the formulas. So I hope you have gone through the question. Now let's solve it. We will put the information in a systematic manner so that it becomes easy for us. The selling price is 37.5 rupees per unit. Variable cost is 17.5. So 20 rupees will become your contribution. Then you can write your fixed cost is rupees 35 lakhs. Remember, in this, you have depreciation of 15 lakhs. Right? Now, let's get started. What is the first thing they're asking? The first thing they're asking to calculate break-even quantity. That is break-even point in units. So what is break-even point in units formula, students? The formula is fixed cost upon contribution per unit. Fixed cost upon contribution per unit. So fixed cost is 35 lakh upon contribution per unit is 20. So 35 lakh divided by 20, which will give you 1,75,000 units. Now in the same thing, they are asking you what is cash break-even point. They are asking you what is cash break-even point in units. So what is the formula for that? In place of fixed cost, you're going to write cash fixed cost upon contribution per. Now what is cash fixed cost, students? It is going to be 35 lakh less 15 lakhs. Depreciation is a non-cash expenditure. So your cash fixed cost will be 20 lakhs divided by 20. So I think answer will be 1 lakh. So just check whether you understood this. Meantime, we'll move to the next one. Estimate the PV ratio, profit volume ratio. What is the PV ratio formula? Contribution upon sales into 100. What is the contribution? 20. What is the sales? 37.5 into 100. So just check what is the answer you're getting. 20 divided by 37.5 into 100. So I think you're getting 53.33%. That is your PV ratio. Then this is quite simple. The next is they're asking you number of units that must be sold to earn an income of 2,50,000. Income, that is you want to earn an income before interest and taxes of 2,50,000. So what is your earning before income, interest and taxes? You want to earn 2,50,000. So you can go by two ways. One is the formula which I gave you. So formula for that was profit is equal to actual sales minus break-even sales into PVR. What is the profit you require? 2,50,000. What is the actual sales? That is what we have to find out. And what is the break-even sales? So break-even sales here we got 1,75,000. But that 1,75,000 students, that 1,75,000 is in terms of units. You have to convert that in terms of rupees. So that will be multiplied by your selling price. Selling price is 37.5. So if you multiply this with the selling price per unit, you will get break-even sales in, you will get break-even sales in terms of rupees. This multiplied by the PV ratio, 53.33%. Now you solve this equation, you will get your answer. So I'll solve it. 2,50,000, that I'm bringing this side, 53.33 is equal to actual sales minus this 1,75,000 multiplied by 37.5. So I'm getting as 65,62,500. So now when I divide 2,50,000 with 53.33%, I will get 4,68,000 2,50,000 divided by 53.33%. So I'm getting 4,68,750 is equal to actual sales minus this break-even sales, 65,62,500. So when you solve this, your actual sales is equal to 65,62,500 plus 4,68,750 plus 65,62,500. So your answer is coming as 70,31,250. But what is the question they're asking? They're asking you number of units. What is the number of units? 70,31,250 divided by selling price per unit. So divided by 37.5. So your answer is 1,87,500. This is you're going by formula method. Or if you go by logic, you want to earn 2,50,000. You need to cover fixed cost of, what was the fixed cost? 35 lakh. So you need to cover 37,50,000 rupees. And what is the contribution per unit? Contribution per unit is 20. So what is the number of units you are going to sell? 37,50,000 divided by 20. 1,87,500. So students, you can see if you know the logic, the work is done easily. Next question is estimated sales after tax 2,50,000. You want a profit of 2,50,000. That time what should be your sales? So if I go by the formula method, so I need a profit of 2,50,000 after tax. So I have to see what is the tax before, what is the profit before tax. So 2,50,000 is 60%. So how much is 100%? So my 100% profit is 4,16,667. So I should earn 4,16,000 as profit before tax. So if I put it in the formula, profit is equal to actual sales minus break-even sales into PVR. What is the profit I need? 4,16,667. What is the actual sale? That is what I have to find out. And what was the break-even sale I had calculated earlier? 65,62,500. This whole thing will be multiplied with the PV ratio, which is 53.33%. So just check what answer you're getting. Solve this equation, you'll get the answer. So it will be 4,16,667 divided by 53.33%. So here you're getting 7 lakh divided by 53.33% is equal to actual sales minus 65 lakh 62,500. So when you solve this, 4 lakh 16 upon 53, you're getting 7 lakh 81,250 is equal to actual sale less 65 lakh 62,500. So 7 lakh 81,250 plus 65 lakh 62,500 is equal to your actual sales. So it is coming to 73 lakh 43,750. You can go it by the same way also. What is the desired earnings? Before tax, 4,16,667 plus you need to cover the fixed cost of 35 lakhs, I guess. Yes. So 39 lakhs 16,667. This divided by contribution per unit was 20. So 39 lakhs 16,667 divided by 20. So you got 1,95,833 units. Now you want sales in rupees. 1,95,833 multiplied by 37.5. So you are getting same answer, 73,43,750. Students, I hope you understood the sum. Understand marginal costing. Marginal costing, see again I'm repeating the key points. What is marginal costing? It is a method of costing where variable cost and fixed cost are kept separate, and variable cost, less sales, less variable cost gives you contribution. And fixed cost includes all the fixed cost. Fixed cost includes all the fixed cost, and variable cost includes all variable. All means, what do I mean by all? Factory, selling, and admin. I hope you followed whatever I covered. So that's all what I have to share today. Thank you.